What's up, YouTube? This is Mathwist97 and welcome to episode number 38 of my WWE 2K17 Universe Mode. We are back. This time it's the go-home edition of Tuesday Night SmackDown, just 5 days away from the WrestleMania pay-per-view. We are here in Sacramento, California for this one, and we are kicking things off with the real American, the former tag team champion, the former United States champion, and the man who will face his former tag team partner Tyson Kidd at the Slammy Awards. It is none other than Jack Swagger. And Jack Swagger is set for singles action tonight. Kicking off our show, he will be taking on the man who threw him into a wall roughly a month ago on an episode of SmackDown, and that, of course, is Roman Reigns. Jack Swagger, he has... Well, Jack Swagger, I think it was Roman Reigns who really sort of set all of this in motion. Jack Swagger, he hadn't exactly been very successful since moving over to SmackDown. Honestly, Jack Swagger has not been able to reach the same heights that he did when he was on Monday Night Raw as the United States champion. Jack Swagger, when he came over from Monday Night Raw, he was coming off of a loss in the Elimination Chamber, and while yes, he did lose the matchup, he didn't play a super significant role in that bout. Nonetheless, he was competing for the WWE Championship. He may have missed out on WrestleMania, but Jack Swagger at one point was in that main event scene. However, he was brought over to SmackDown, ended up dropping back into the tag team division. And even then, when Jack Swagger would get his singles matches, he just couldn't pick up the victories, or if he would pick up victories, just not consistently. And a similar situation has befallen Roman Reigns since his move to SmackDown, although, to Reigns' credit, he has at least made it into the WWE Championship scene. He has been in the main event picture of several pay-per-views. At the Payback pay-per-view, he was involved in a Fatal 4-Way match for the WWE title, a match that also included CM Punk, Wade Barrett, and Sheamus. At the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, he was in the Money in the Bank ladder match. He went on to SummerSlam to fight Bray Wyatt. At the Battleground pay-per-view, he challenged Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship. Heading into Royal Rumble, Roman Reigns was the second, well, he really was the runner-up to the #1 contendership position. Roman Reigns, for the majority of his time here on SmackDown, has been at that top level. And even when he's not challenging for a championship, even when he's not in the main event scene, Roman Reigns, he's still doing something to stay relevant, whether it was his feud with Bray Wyatt, or now his feud with John Cena. Roman Reigns, albeit, he did apologize to Jack Swagger after, a week later after he had thrown him into that wall, but the man still threw Jack Swagger into a wall. I could perfectly understand why Jack Swagger would be pissed off. However, Jack Swagger, I cannot agree, I cannot sympathize with his decision to turn his back on Tyson Kidd, to cost Tyson Kidd a chance to compete for the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania. Jack Swagger, of course, a few weeks ago, ran out during the middle of a matchup between The Miz and Tyson Kidd, a qualifier for the Intercontinental Championship ladder match, and Jack Swagger assaulted The Miz, getting Tyson Kidd disqualified, knocking him out of contention for the Intercontinental title. And that is precisely what has led to the announcement for a match at the Slammy Awards between Swagger and Kidd. Jack Swagger, the WWE draft is approaching. It was a curse for him last year, but perhaps a move back to Monday Night Raw might be a saving grace for him. It really all depends on how the Slammy Awards unfold. Tyson Kidd is in a very similar boat to Jack Swagger. Kidd never really reached the main event scene either, but at one point, back at Money in the Bank, he was challenging for the Intercontinental Championship. Ever since that matchup, though, Tyson Kidd, hey, he and Swagger did earn a tag team title shot at Night of Champions, but as you can see, they were less than successful on that attempt. And after that, they never really made it back to the same level. They couldn't ever achieve the same amount of success that they were able to gain heading into Night of Champions. And perhaps all of that just added up, just stacked up. And eventually, Eventually, it pushed Jack Swagger to his breaking point. Roman Reigns tossing him into the wall was just the catalyst, the final straw that broke the camel's back. As right now, speaking of breaking backs, Roman Reigns with a back suplex, now a vicious knee to the face, bringing the fight to Jack Swagger. Roman Reigns, he's got a big-time matchup with John Cena. I mean, big time, that's even an understatement. Roman Reigns, if he loses his match with John Cena at WrestleMania, he will be knocked out of the WWE Championship picture for an entire year. At that point, I guess, yeah, you get drafted to Monday Night Raw, and that negates the stipulation. But if you don't get drafted to Raw, well, then you're out of a major title shot for an entire year. That is just devastating. That is crippling for your career. As right now, Jack Swagger has regained control in this matchup. I can imagine that Jack Swagger would be very pleased to see Roman Reigns lose to John Cena at WrestleMania. In fact, this matchup tonight, Jack Swagger could be looking to do John Cena a bit of a favor, inflict as much damage to Roman Reigns as possible. Do as much as he can to ensure that Roman Reigns will in fact lose at WrestleMania. As right now, no, wait a minute, Roman Reigns with the arm drag, tossing Jack Swagger overhead. And now Roman Reigns firing up, he's calling for the Superman punch! And he connects to perfection, hook of the leg on Swagger, 1, 2, no, a kick out by Swagger at 2.5. Roman Reigns just jacked his jaw with that Superman punch, he absolutely clocked him right on the money. But Jack Swagger, still in this matchup, Swagger showing his resiliency, his fire. As a punch to the face, followed by a back elbow. Roman Reigns whipped off the ropes. Here's Swagger with a massive inverted chop block straight to the knee, the shin of Roman Reigns. And now Jack Swagger going straight for that leg. That is Swagger's specialty, of course. Go to work on the leg, soften up his opponent for the Patriot lock. And if he can get that locked in, well, it might just be game over for Roman Reigns. And the last thing that Roman Reigns can afford heading into his match with John Cena is an injury, especially a leg injury. If Jack Swagger can neutralize the leg, he cuts down the running ability of Roman Reigns. And if Roman Reigns can't run, Roman Reigns can't hit a Superman punch, he can't hit a spear. Heck, it could also go to work on the power game. Take away a new move to his arsenal, that crucifix powerbomb, a move that he would perhaps resort to if the spear and the Superman punch were neutralized. And then at that point, what does Roman Reigns have left? You cut away his finishing moves, and you cut off his power. Well, what does he have left? Meanwhile, Jack Swagger off the second rope with the Swagger bomb. Jack Swagger crushes the life out of Roman Reigns and now drags him to the center of the ring, but he's not going for the pin. Jack Swagger, instead, looking to make Roman Reigns submit, looking to make him tap out or break his ankle with the Patriot lock. Roman Reigns, he's trying to fight it, trying to claw, trying to hang on for dear life. But Reigns, is he going to be forced to submit? He's in the center of the ring, no rope break in sight, but Reigns somehow, some way, able to find a way to escape it, rolling over onto his back and using the force in his legs to shove Swagger off. And now Roman Reigns has Swagger draped across that bottom rope. Here comes Roman Reigns with a full head of steam. Drop kick to the side of the skull. Roman Reigns. Massive shot that could concuss Jack Swagger. And Roman Reigns now picking up Swagger. The real American is in a world of trouble. That drop kick dazed him. He's out like a light. And Roman Reigns looking to go for the kill with the crucifix powerbomb. But Reigns did not stick for the pin. In fact, he avoided the pin at all costs. That's just because he wants to add more damage to Swagger. He wants to ensure that Swagger doesn't kick out of this. Massive spear! Massive spear by Roman Reigns. And that could be the final nail in Swagger's coffin. Surely it will be. 1, 2, 3. It's over. That's ball game, folks. Roman Reigns nearly breaking Swagger in half with a devastating spear. It was elementary at that point, my dear Watson. Roman Reigns, victorious here tonight on SmackDown. And that was a much-needed win for Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns, he's got the battle of a lifetime. A battle of a lifetime in front of him at WrestleMania. John Cena. Wait a minute, John Cena! John Cena's in the ring, look out, Roman! John Cena from behind, now at Thesz Press. John Cena getting the jump on Roman Reigns. John Cena looking to get revenge, looking to get payback after Roman Reigns speared John Cena out of his boots a few weeks ago on SmackDown. It was after John Cena's victory over Cody Rhodes that Roman Reigns delivered a devastating spear on Cena. And now here's John Cena, springboard stunner! Springboard stunner by John Cena. But he's not done. John Cena looking to add insult to injury, just rub more salt on the wound of Roman Reigns with an attitude adjustment. And that was John Cena's way of sticking a middle finger to Roman Reigns, giving him a massive F you, and I'll see you at WrestleMania. Last week, Brock Lesnar came out here looking for a challenge, and boy did he ever get one. Following the action from last week, we received confirmation earlier today that Brock Lesnar will take on Shinsuke Nakamura at WrestleMania. On the next episode of Universe Mode, we will highlight the final match card in its entirety, but before we get there, we've got a massive 6-man tag team main event featuring all of the Intercontinental Championship ladder match combatants. Who knows what sort of chaos will unfold when all of these combustible elements step into the ring just 5 days before their groundbreaking ladder match. It's time for 6-man tag team action, and it's main event time here on Tuesday Night SmackDown. This is the final match that we will see on SmackDown before WrestleMania, and it's the final chance for our 6 ladder match participants to make a last statement, to make a final impact, to really just drive a message home that I am going to be the man who wins the ladder match at WrestleMania, whether it's Apollo Crews, Austin Aries, Chris Jericho, Tyler Breeze, Cody Rhodes, or The Miz. No matter what happens tonight, this matchup could make or break the momentum for any of these guys. All the momentum for every single superstar is on the line, is up for grabs in this matchup tonight. And just imagine, not only whichever team can get the win, but whichever superstar can score the pinfall in this one. That would provide huge bragging rights going into the ladder match at WrestleMania. Perhaps whoever gets the pin in this tag team match tonight could walk into WrestleMania and walk out with the Intercontinental Championship. Apollo Crews, is he going to be that guy? Will Apollo Crews be the man to win it all here tonight in the 6-man tag team matchup? That's the thing though, with a prize like that up for grabs. This matchup, it's supposed to be about teamwork, but we could potentially see these teams implode before the match can even conclude. Will we even have a decisive winner in this matchup? It's all speculation, who knows? This match could just break down into chaos, an all-out brawl between all 6 competitors. It certainly could go either way here tonight. We are just 5 days away from WrestleMania after all. As if these elements weren't all combustible enough as is. Just add the notion that we're only 5 days from WrestleMania. Tensions are going to be as high as they ever would be. Especially knowing who is teaming with each other tonight. Tonight, Cody Rhodes and Austin Aries, despite how much they hate each other, despite everything that they've been through, they're on the same team tonight. I don't know who made this decision. I don't know whose idea it was to pair up Austin Aries and Cody Rhodes. But you never know. Perhaps Triple H could be the man behind this. That sounds like something he'd be crazy enough to do. After all, Austin Aries is Triple H's underground signing. He was handpicked by Triple H because Triple H saw greatness in this man. I mean, Austin Aries, he calls himself the greatest man that ever lived. He wants to ensure that everyone sees the same greatness in him that he sees in himself. But tonight, if he really wants to prove how great he is, He's gonna have to put his personal rivalry with Cody Rhodes aside and cooperate with this man, work together in order to achieve the common goal of victory in this six-man tag team matchup. Although that is going to be far easier said than done. I'll be surprised if it even happens. And just look at Aries. Austin Aries, of course, has got to be in the front. He's the star of the show. He's got to put Cody Rhodes and Apollo Crews in the background. This is just ridiculous. I can only imagine how this tag team matchup is going to go tonight. I will honestly be surprised if Cody Rhodes and Aries, if they can even tag each other into the match, let alone hit a tag team move. But on the other hand, this means that the other team, the team who Rhodes, Crews, and Aries will be facing, consists of Tyler Breeze, The Miz, and the Intercontinental Champion Chris Jericho. And as we have seen, Tyler Breeze and The Miz are more than capable of getting on the same page. In fact, they knocked the New Day out of the Royal Rumble matchup by defeating them in a tag team matchup just prior to the Royal Rumble. Tyler Breeze, he himself, remains undefeated. And, I mean, that's not just in singles action, tag team action as well. All thanks to that match with The Miz. Can Tyler Breeze extend his winning streak tonight, or will it all come crashing down just days away from WrestleMania? Imagine what that would do to the mind of Tyler Breeze. Imagine how devastating that would be. Breeze, ever since he debuted back in December, he's just been on a roll, on a tear, just completely demolishing the SmackDown locker room. Anyone who steps up to face him falls to a beauty shot, or an unprettier, or a supermodel kick. Either way, Tyler Breeze has been unstoppable. Save that Royal Rumble match, of course, where he was eliminated after he came into contact with the world's strongest man, Mark Henry. But Breeze did get his revenge over Mark Henry by, of course, defeating him to qualify for this upcoming ladder match at WrestleMania. As for The Miz, well, The Miz, he scored a victory over Tyson Kidd, not by his own efforts, but no, because Jack Swagger interfered in the match, clotheslined The Miz, and got Tyson Kidd disqualified. Miz, I mean, he's in this matchup because he got lucky, because he was in the right place at the right time. Honestly, I think whoever Tyson Kidd would have been facing, they would have qualified for the match just because of the Jack Swagger factor. It could have been Tyler Breeze. It could have been Austin Aries. Heck, it could have been Sheamus, a man who didn't even make it into the match. It was just a luck of the draw for The Miz. He was in the right place at the right time. And even if he would have lost that match to Tyson Kidd, even if Tyson Kidd was the better man on that night, we'll never know, because Jack Swagger cut the match short and just handed The Miz this opportunity. Well, tonight The Miz can look to prove everyone wrong, prove that he does deserve to be in this matchup by winning the six-man tag team matchup, and he's got Tyler Breeze on his side. So at this point, I think I'm more inclined, if I was a betting man, I'd have to put my money on the team of Miz, Breeze, and Y2J. But if there was any man who could tear this team apart, it is our Intercontinental Champion, the Ayatollah of Rock and Rolla, the man of 1,004 holds, Y2J, Chris Jericho. And if you want to know how big this man's ego is, just take a gander back at that list of nicknames. I mean, he calls himself the man of 1,004 holds. Not only does he have a long list of nicknames, apparently he has a long list of moves that he knows how to use. And I guess that's why he is our Intercontinental Champion heading into WrestleMania. It was no easy feat for Chris Jericho. He had to go through hell and high water to capture that championship from Stardust, who at the time we thought was Cody Rhodes. Turns out it was Austin Aries disguising himself as Stardust, pretending to be both Stardust and Cody Rhodes at the same time. So Austin Aries, that is the thing. Austin Aries is a former Intercontinental Champion. He was the one who defeated Darren Young at Survivor Series after... Oh, and look at this. Austin Aries going straight over to Cody Rhodes. Well, hopefully these two can... Well, you see Apollo Crews trying to break them apart, just saying, hey guys, we have this matchup. I mean, those two, Aries and Rhodes, already in their face, already at each other's throats. This is going to be a hell of a night for Apollo Crews if he can get the two of them on the same page. You can see Apollo Crews looking to take matters into his own hands, as he is the legal man right now, looking to start things out against Tyler Breeze. As these two men, collar and elbow tie up. And if it comes down to raw power, Apollo Crews clearly has the advantage over Tyler Breeze. But Tyler Breeze looking to outmaneuver Apollo Crews. As Tyler Breeze, he has a mean streak as well. So if he could just be more physical than Apollo Crews, that might be another way of beating this man. As right now it's the headlock from Crews. But Tyler Breeze creates some separation, sending him off the ropes, ducks underneath, leapfrog over the top. Cody Rhodes knocked off the ropes by Apollo Crews unintentionally. But Cody Rhodes, you know, that's the thing, Cody Rhodes, he's already frustrated enough as it is. I can imagine him getting into a fight with Austin Aries at any minute now, but the last thing that we would need is for Cody Rhodes to, well, have a bone to pick with Apollo Crews. A massive dropkick by Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews, he's gonna have to start out with the upper hand in this matchup. He has to gain control in this matchup from the get-go. You know, having success could work benefits, could work wonders to keeping Cody Rhodes and Austin Aries on the same page, if only for tonight. As long as this even if the matchup ends, and as soon as it ends, Rhodes and Aries start to tear each other apart, well then Apollo Crews, he's done his job. The thing is just getting the win tonight, surviving tonight, and living to fight at WrestleMania. And hey, if he can get the win and have Rhodes and Aries tear each other apart after the fact, that could potentially eliminate two challengers, two opponents for the the ladder match at WrestleMania. So Apollo Crews, I mean, he has a hell of a risk in this matchup tonight, being paired with the two guys. But you never know, it could be a massive reward for Crews as well. And that's not only for Crews, for Breeze, for Miz, and for Jericho as well. As Crews able to counter with a massive DDT. The Miz can barely make it back to his feet. That DDT rocked him as Apollo Crews German suplex into the pin. 1, 2, but look at this. Breeze, Jericho, everybody just getting into the ring. And now Tyler Breeze takes a cheap shot at Apollo Crews. Well, the referee's going to have to try to keep control of this matchup. Although that's easier said than done. It's difficult enough to restrain two combatants from breaking the rules in a matchup. Yeah, you could disqualify them, but beyond that point, if they continue to fight, this referee, he's not a competitor. So trying to restrain two men of his own volition is enough. But trying to restrain 6 guys all at once, nearly impossible. I don't know if it can even be done. Honestly, if it breaks down to a point where all 6 of these men, you know, they don't give a damn about the tag matchup and they just start going to war, referee, there's nothing he's going to be able to do to stop that. I mean, yeah, you could disqualify somebody, give somebody a win, but at that point, if these two men are looking to tear each other, if these 6 men are looking to tear each other apart, well then, there's nothing really the ref can do to stop it. As Cody Rhodes got knocked off the ropes by The Miz, forcing Apollo Crews to make the tag to Austin Aries. As Austin Aries now gets a cheap shot on Tyler Breeze, looking to return the favor after Miz leveled Cody Rhodes. Although I don't know if Austin Aries, if that was trying to get a shot back for Cody Rhodes, or if it was just taking a shot at Tyler Breeze because he doesn't like the guy. That could very well be the case. I think I'd be more inclined to believe the latter than the former, but I digress. Miz stumbles back to his feet as Austin Aries right now is in control. Austin Aries proving to everybody why he is the greatest man that ever lived. It's not just a slogan for him. It is a fact as Austin Aries dropkick after dropkick in the corner. Miz crumbles as Aries pulls him back into a clothesline. Austin Aries with a beautiful sequence. A devastating combination of moves now goes for the pin. 1, 2, but it's broken up. Actually, no, it's not broken up. Miz able to kick out. But I mean, you've got action all over the place. Every time there's a pinfall, somebody steps into the ring. Wait a minute, Miz with a reversal, capitalizing on the chaos. There is just action left, right, and center. The moment there's a pinfall, everybody gets into the ring because nobody wants to lose. And hey, if you would lose a tag team matchup like this, if your momentum gets thrown out the window because not of your own accord, but because of one of your partners, one of your teammates, well, then that's even more frustrating. Getting the win, getting the win by, there's really a best to worst case scenario, and then there's sort of a middle ground, where if you get the win of your own accord, it's a massive high. But if you lose not of your own accord, that alone is devastating. But if you lose of your own accord, well then you're at rock bottom, buddy. Good luck coming back from that. Because then at that point, you only have yourself to blame. As right now, Chris Jericho tagged into the matchup. These two men, Jericho and Aries, have history. Jericho, he's got history with both the real Stardust and the fake Stardust. Wait a minute, reversal. No, wait, but Aries springs back into action. As Jericho looked to try to take out Austin Aries and Apollo Crews in one fell swoop. As Aries now makes the tag to Apollo Crews. And a double reverse elbow to Chris Jericho. Now the pin, and here we go again. Everybody hits the ring. But Jericho just able to kick out. Cody Rhodes taking a shot on Chris Jericho. And look at this. Austin Aries, he got a shot on Jericho, but he got a shot on Cody Rhodes as well. Both men were looking to target the Intercontinental Champion, and they ended up butting heads because of it. But Apollo Crews able to, he was able to drag Jericho away from Aries and Rhodes. They're back on the apron now. As Apollo Crews with the Gorilla Press. Looking for that finishing combination, but it's reversed. What a counter by Jericho with a DDT. As Crews, he's on wobbly legs at the moment. It's all he can do to make it back to his feet. Chris Jericho, meanwhile, looking to capitalize. Powerbomb, bridging into the pin, and here we go again. Breeze hits the ring. Crews able to kick out. No physicality this time. But every time, it's like these men are children. Just every time there's a chance that they could lose, they step into the ring. Not even giving their partners, their allies, any credit. And I guess that just goes to show how much trust these men really have in each other. They don't even trust that their partners will kick out. And that was even the case with Miz and Breeze. I guess it's just so close to WrestleMania. Miz and Breeze, they may have been allies once. That doesn't mean that they're a full-blown tag team. And when the Intercontinental Championship is the prize that's up for grabs, well, that might be enough to drive a wedge between them. As the Miz now, the legal man, backbreaker to Apollo Crews, follows it up with a neckbreaker. Devastating combination by the Miz. He hooks the leg, and here we go again. The ring fills up once more. Austin Aries just able to make the save. As the referee's got to get everybody out of the ring. The Miz now bringing Crews to his feet. Tosses him into the corner. And he makes a tag to Tyler Breeze. Prince Pretty re-enters the matchup as Lookout. Massive boot. Massive kick. Straight to the face. Straight to the nose of Apollo Crews. And Tyler Breeze looking to follow through with more punishing offense. With a massive knee to the midsection. Here's Tyler Breeze. Spins Crews around. Neckbreaker. Apollo Crews is in trouble right now. Apollo Crews has done the majority of the work in this matchup for his team. Cody Rhodes hasn't even been tagged into the matchup yet. But Apollo Crews, I don't know, perhaps, Crews, part of it could be that he feels as though he can't trust Aries and Rhodes to get on the same page, so he'll just do it himself. Or maybe he just really hasn't even had the chance to make a tag. Aries was in the match for a little bit, but even that didn't last too long, as now Tyler Breeze showing his arrogance. He knows that his tag team is in control. He knows that he is in control. As now Tyler Breeze, Impaler DDT. Breeze drills him with the Impaler DDT. Wait a minute, wait. What the? Austin Aries just ripped Cody Rhodes off the... He just ripped him off the apron. Rhodes crashed off those steel steps. And now Austin Aries, well, come on, the match is still going on. Well, Apollo Crews is going to be left high and dry. Supermodel kick by Tyler Breeze. And Breeze almost just looking at Rhodes and Aries like, go ahead. Keep your scuffling. Keep on squabbling. As now Rhodes and Aries, they're in the crowd. Well, all right, it's over for this team. Apollo Crews, there's no way he's going to be able to fight three men all by himself. Aries and Rhodes, they're clearly done. Their personal rivalry, and fair play to Rhodes. This man Aries has been torturing him for the past several past several months. I mean, he cost him months of his career. But meanwhile, in the ring, Tyler Breeze looking to finish him off. Oh, with the unprettier. Tyler Breeze hooks the leg, and he's gonna claim the spoils of war as he gets the 3 count. Jericho, Miz, and Breeze pick up the win in this tag team matchup as Aries and Rhodes continue to duke it out. No, 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 not on the concrete. No, Aries, don't do this. Brainbuster. Is Rhodes gonna even make it to WrestleMania? Aries with the brainbuster out on the concrete, and well, he's proud of his handiwork. Well, we're out of time, ladies and gentlemen. We'll have to get an update on the condition of Cody Rhodes after that. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I've been MathWiz97, and as always, keep on YouTubing.